Hey lovelies, so today I am going to be restarting my seeds. I have a lot of different seeds to restart, and I also got some I don't know if you guys watched my last video or last short, but I had got some soil, bags of soil right here that I had got just for $1. So what I am going to do to ensure that there aren't any bugs in them, and I don't want any bugs in my seedlings, because if you don't know, I don't know if you saw my last video, but it was infested with wormy looking bugs. I'm not the exact, I don't know the name of the bugs, but whatever. So I'm about to dump this. I have 4 of them that I'm going to dump into this big old container right here, and then I am going to pour some boiling hot water in them, just to make sure that there's like no seeds inside of my inside of the soil. So that is what I am going to do right now. Of course, I don't have my gloves on. Well, let me go grab my gloves. So I have my gloves, and this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna try to put this over my brace. That's not going to work. So I'm gonna just go ahead and take this brace off. But what I am going to do is just dump all of these into here, and I'm actually going to move it onto the ground so that I can still have a clean workspace, but you guys should still be able to see it just a little bit. So I am hoping that I get a nice harvest this fall. I am planting a lot of different things. Right now my bok choy is doing well, but everything else I had to restart. Alright, so now that we have that in there, I am going to get the boiling hot water, and oh, see, it's slugs already. Oh, disgusting. Alright, so what I'm going to do is get the boiling hot water and pour it into this big old container. Hopefully you guys can see it. I'm going to pour it into this, and yeah, hopefully it kills all the whatever. I'm not going to immediately start my seeds. I'm going to maybe wait like an hour and let it cool off. And I also have my netting that I am going to use as well, so I don't want to have anything come lay as eggs while I'm trying to wait for it to cool off. So let's go get the hot water. Alright, so what I am going to do now is just mix this up. Hopefully that was enough hot water to kill off all of the eggs or whatever. So we're just going to go ahead and mix all of this up. Again, hopefully that was enough to kill off all the eggs, I'm hoping. And once this cools off, we're going to add vermiculite. We're also going to add perlite, and we're also going to add just a little bit of fertilizer, not a lot, just like a little bit of plant food, not a lot, because basically I probably killed off whatever was like the fertilizer in here. But again, hopefully this kills those eggs. Of course, I forgot my scissors. See if I can open this. We're going to cover it up, set our timer for 1 hour, and hope that there are no eggs in here, because someone had commented like, hey, those eggs were probably already in your soil when you planted your seeds, when I had got that infestation. So now I'm like, okay, so let's find out a way to actually kill these bugs. And I hate to do it, but they're ruining my crops. To be honest, I don't think I am using this netting the correct way. You'll see at the end. It's dirty. Whatever, I'm gonna just put it over it. Let's just put this over it. Hopefully nothing is touching the ground. And then we're going to come back in an hour to see, you know, if it's cool enough so that I can start the seeds. Alright, so it's been about an hour and a half. I'm going to see if it's still warm. I can still feel a little heat on it, not a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the perlite, vermiculite, and other things to it. So that is what I'm going to do right now. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is just mix all of this up. And I'm okay, well, it's a little warmer at the end, at the bottom. I'm okay with working with wet soil. I actually prefer it. I'm just gonna go ahead and mix this up real good. And I might have to add some more though. It's only been a couple of days and I've already got germination. I am so excited. My collards have already germinated. Just waiting for everything else to germinate. And like I said earlier, I'm going to add just a little bit of plant food. And I'm only adding this plant food because, again, I put boiling water into it. So, but not a lot because I don't want it to burn my seedlings. So it's just literally going to just be a little bit. Ugh. Now, I don't know if I needed to add the plant food, but I did just in case because like I said, I poured boiling hot water in this. And also this soil was probably old, which is why it was only $1. So I like to work with this texture. So I am going to set everything up and get ready to start my seedlings. And I'm going to leave it uncovered while I'm getting everything together. Okay, so we have everything set up. Nice empty container, it's brand new. I am just gonna go ahead and of course put a whole bunch of soil into this from my little bucket over here. Well, it's not really a bucket, it's a planter. I'm about to make a big old mess, I see. Move this over. I typically reuse my planters, but being that I had already used them for this season, I hadn't washed them yet, so I just went ahead and used these new ones, especially since they were only $1 at Walmart. So if you guys haven't checked out your local Walmart and looked in the garden area, a lot of things at my Walmart were just $1, so I did grab a lot of different things. They had like gloves, the soil was $1. Also, these trays that I'm using was $1. The planter that I have the soil in, I think that was like $10. So yeah, they had pretty nice deals. Okay, so typically I would start my seeds in like seed starting mix, but I want to see what the difference was, or what the difference is going to be if I use potting mix instead of seed starting mix. So we'll see what happens. I like to experiment, obviously, huh? So I have separated all of the seeds that I'm going to start in this tray. So I have mustards, collards right here, Daniel kale, black magic kale, bok choy, and spinach that I'm just going to start in this tray. And I also still need to start some more lettuce, and I'm trying to look over here. I need to try some lettuce and my cabbage and cauliflower and also broccoli. I'm going to start that in my other tray. But let's go ahead and actually I'm going to take this off. And I'm just going to go ahead and plant these, or start these seeds. Now I have the seeds that I collected last year from the collards that I grew, and I also have some left over from last year from the seeds that I had planted. It did very well. So I'm going to see if it makes a difference. Let's see, like, if I did my seeds correctly is basically what I want to do. You know what, I think I'm going to actually mark them so I know which ones are mine. So the ones that are mine, I just marked with a heart, so I know that, hey, these are the ones that I collected. And I think I am going to do one seed per cell, just to see. Because at first, when I first did them, I did 2. Or maybe I should do 2 per cell. I don't know. Let's see. My collard seeds are the ones that germinated first, so yay, I'm excited. I think maybe I'll do 2 per cell. I'm hoping to have some collards by Thanksgiving. I'm not 100% sure if I will have some, but that was my goal. That's why I actually started them earlier, but of course the bugs took them all. Alright, so I just planted all of the collard seeds. I still have a ton from last year, but I just planted some of the ones that I got, and I planted the ones, these are Georgia no, Georgian southern collard. So that's what I just planted. And now I am going to do my mustards on the other side. So let's do mustards. And these are called curled mustards. So well, let's do all of these. And I think I'm gonna do 2 or so as well. Yeah, because these are pretty small as well. I pick up seeds from just about anywhere, but these ones are from my local garden nursery, and I think they're like $1.99 or something like that. Some of them are getting like 3 in a sale by accident since I'm not using my tweezers. I like to use tweezers when I put my seeds into the cell, simply because I like to know how many is in each cell. But being that my hand is messed up, I really can't use the tweezers. So now I'm just trying to do like everyone else and just dropping them into each cell. Oops, I think I did too many in that one. Yep. All right, so now that this one is done, we're just gonna go ahead and set it to the side. You know, actually, I think I will sprinkle. I was gonna do them all at the same time, but I think I will actually sprinkle the soil on top, but just a little bit because the seeds are so small. So have any of you started your fall garden? If you have started it, what have you planted so far, or what have you started so far? And if you haven't started it, what do you plan on starting, and when do you plan on starting it? All right, so one tray is done. We're gonna do the other tray now. Earlier I mentioned how well my bok choy is doing, but I forgot that my carrots are growing as well. Well, the tops are growing at least. I don't know if the carrot itself is growing, but at least the tops are growing. Also, when I was regrowing onions, the green onions, they are doing well. Also, I just actually cut them, and I have a video coming out of me making some green onion powder, so stay tuned for that. I am super excited about showing you guys that, and I'm also super excited about trying some green onion powder. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention when I was doing this and didn't realize I still had it in the actual clear cover and not in the actual black tray. Anyways, you guys, I do have 2 raised beds. I keep forgetting to mention them. I have 2 raised beds, one with just all bok choy, and then the other one has the carrots, green onions, kale, and that's all I can think of. But the kale and stuff is not doing so well. So now I am just going to start my dino kale, my black magic kale, bok choy, and spinach, and I will return once I am finished. All right, so I'm going to be starting these outside instead of starting them in my house. I just want to see what's going to be the difference. So I am going to put the plastic that came with them, hopefully a little bit over it, but I also have the insect netting. So we'll see what happens. Again, basically I am experimenting. I feel like, let's see if I take, the only reason I was not closing it is because of the sticks that I have in here. You know what, it's okay. I don't want to have to pull the sticks up. So I'm just gonna go ahead, get this one done. And then do the next one as well. So as I was putting this last one on, I just realized I didn't water them. So let's water them. Just a little mist of water is what I'm going to give them, not too much. So let's go ahead and water these real quick. So I do put these into the very small greenhouse that I have at my house. Once I see like real germination, maybe more than half of the tray, I'm going to transfer them to my sister's house and put them into the bigger greenhouse over there. This way I can start more seeds here at my house and then just keep repeating, starting them here and then transferring them over to my sister's house. All right, now I'm just gonna go ahead and put these in the greenhouse. That is gonna be all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I will talk to you guys all in my next one. Bye.